Well, Isabella, how nice to have a chance to talk with you. And I know it's early in the morning and you've been doing this for a couple of days, but thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you for having me.
I, of course, have not seen you act before, and I suppose a number of people here. This is our first time to really see you act, and I must say I was impressed and I enjoyed it very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm wondering, do you consider this film role a real turning point in your career?
I guess so. I mean, everything is kind of a turning point every time you do a film, because generally they are such big commitments, you know, of months. I would think so. I mean, I really, I would like to be an actress. I've done some film in Europe, and then when I came here, I worked more as a model. So this is my first chance to work on an American film. And then I've done another film after White Nights called Blue Velvet, directed by David Lynch. And that one was too a turning point. I mean, it's hard to say which one would change a lot my career.
Yes. Now, you have a twin sister, Ingrid.
Yes.
And is she also an actress?
No, she's not. She goes to Columbia University. She's studying literature.
And are you identical twins?
No, we are fraternal twins.
Does she look anything like you?
Yes, yeah, we know, like sister look like, yes. Yeah.
Has your coloring?
You're right, my coloring and same kind of voice and gestures, because we belong to the same family, and some similarities, but we're not identical twin.
And then you have a brother.
Yes, I have a brother.
Roberto is
right, Roberto.
And where is he?
He lives in Monte Carlo in Paris. He's a businessman and lives there in Europe.
Yes. And then your half-sister is Pia Lindstrom, who is a film critic in New York City.
Exactly, yes.
Do you see her ever?
Sure, I see her all the time, because I live in New York too. So, and my other sister too, the one, obviously she goes to Columbia University, so we see each other a lot. And we have kids, so they always are together playing.
All the little cousins having a good time. Let's talk about your character in White Nights. You're a Russian translator. In actual fact, how many languages do you speak?
Well, I speak 3 languages, French, English, and Italian. And then because of Italian, and in New York everybody speaks Spanish, I'm very familiar with Spanish. I understand everything and I can make myself understood quite easily.
But not Swedish?
No, Swedish, no. I mean, I used to understand more and speak a little bit when I was a child, but we never lived in Sweden. And we would go there once in a while in the summer. But, it was not a language that we spoke home. We generally spoke the 3 languages. And Mother did not live in Sweden since he was 20 years old. So.
Yes. So at home you spoke mostly what? English?
Italian, French, English.
All of it?
Well, all of it, because we traveled a lot, so it depended where we were.
I see. When you were studying this character, Isabella, and getting it together, there isn't time in the film to divulge all this, but I'm just curious, did you ever, in your mind, decide what it was about your character that made her attracted to the character Gregory Hines plays?
Well, I think to Daria, because she was a translator, she is very interested in, and she's very available to different culture. I mean, you do learn a language because it's a key to another culture and all that. And when Gregory came about, I think he fulfilled that curiosity for her of a foreign man, or of a different culture, of different information. He's a dancer. He came with a load of music, culture, and new plays that they could do together. Obviously, Daria, she's there at the theater and helps him and follows him, and I think that's what attracted her to him.
I suppose whenever anyone says Ingrid Bergman, the first movie that comes to mind is Casablanca. Would you agree?
I don't know. That's the audience. Yes, they all say that. I mean, that's my mother.
And I saw the movie just a couple of days ago, and I love it as much as ever.
Oh, good.
Was it, in fact, one of her favorites or her special favorite for any reason?
I think she had several favorites, actually. I don't, I don't think so. I mean, I read in a few articles that it was a difficult film to shoot, so I don't think she was particularly affectionate to Casablanca, but obviously she probably was thankful to the success of Casablanca. But I really read it in newspapers, so I really can't tell.
Do you know other movies maybe that she did talk about that she loved?
Sure, we talked a lot about, work, and it's hard to tell because you're asking me questions as if my mother was an actress to me, but my mother to me was my mother, so we spoke a kind of a different, she loved working with certain directors because they were friends of hers, or she married the one that was my father, so there are so many reasons for loving a film. Even the shooting itself could be a good memory, and you grow very attached to that project no matter what will happen later, if it comes out and if it's unsuccessful or so. So I think I know more that side than the press side of what she liked and what she didn't like.
Did she encourage you to be an actress?
Well, she encouraged me to do what I liked it. She encouraged, both of my parents encouraged all of us to do what we liked, and they, I guess, offered us the widest range of education they could, so that and information, so that we can choose.
Well, I hope you stay with acting, because I really enjoyed you so much in this film.
Thank you so much. Well, I intend to.
And I hope I have the chance to talk with you again sometime, Isabella.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Continued good luck to you.
Thank you.
Stop tape. Let me know when you have speed.
We have speed.
Just lock it off, but she'll do re-asks.
Right. All set.
Okay, Bobby.
Are you and your sister then identical twins? Why do you think your character in White Nights is attracted to Gregory Hines? Is that for some reason, or? Oh, okay, that's okay. I just thought maybe it applied to
Could
me.
you re-ask that one last question? 'Cause
Oh,
the
okay.
beep was right over
Oh,
there.
all right, fine. Why do you think your character in White Nights was attracted enough to Gregory Hines to become his wife? Do you plan to stay with acting, or are you doing any other films? Did your mother encourage you to be an actress? Was Casablanca her special favorite? What other films do you think were her favorites? Okay, now I have to re-ask those Gregory Hines questions.
Okay.
Okay. Gregory, you are such a spontaneous dancer with your jazz background, whereas Baryshnikov is a very structured, very classically trained dancer. Now, which one of you had the greater adjustment to make? Is there any one thing about Baryshnikov's dancing that impressed you? In your own mind, how did you rationalize this black American defecting to the Soviet Union? Why do you call Misha Mike? Why did you give Baryshnikov the nickname Mike? And he likes it? Have you seen Baryshnikov since he had the knee surgery? Will he dance again, do you think? Okay, let's reactions then. Okay.
Got
Thank
it.
you.
Stop tape. Very good.